Okay, this is super fun. Okay, so I have on the phone a friend of my mother's, an old friend of myself, my mother's. He's known me since I was in diapers, okay? And he's a gay man, right, Pat?
That's correct.
That's correct? Okay, is that how you identify, right, Pat? So this is him. Say, hey!
Yeah,
okay.
So I identify myself as a gay man.
Okay, cool. Okay. So, Pat, let's first, you can give some background. You've known me since how long?
Wow, I've known you since you were maybe like 4 or 5 years old, probably.
4 or 5 years old? Okay. As long as I can remember, I've known Pat. And he's always, and when I was in my video and I was talking about growing up with a close friend of the family that's almost like a brother to us, and we literally call his little brother our brother, you know what I'm saying? And we definitely, Pat is part of the family too. It's just that Chris was always around more, so you know, it's more like a big brother thing. But Pat's more of like a big uncle, you know. He's always been there, and he's always been kind of flamboyant a little bit, and I've always known that he was gay, but that's why I was telling you guys that it never really stood out to me. It was kind of like a normal thing, you know. It wasn't like, this is where I talk about the gay agenda thing. Like, it was more so just natural, you know, kind of like there was no need to cause a big scene about it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, you were gay and that's Pat, you know. It was like, oh, that's Pat, he's gay, you know what I'm saying? And there was no need to,
It's who I am.
yeah,
It's who I am as a person. I gotta be who I am, you know.
Yes.
This is me. I'm gonna be living with this all my life until I die.
Exactly.
And when I go up to heaven, it's gonna be up to God to judge me if I'm going to hell or heaven. But that's not gonna be my focus here. But it is for me until I die, is me being gay. Yeah.
Yes. And you know, I love Pat. He's a part of my family, and the reason why I think that I chose Patrick as one of the people, he's among other people that I sent my videos to and asked for their feedback, is because I feel like Patrick is, you know, he's gay, man. He grew up before my time, so he knows a lot more about being gay than me, because obviously I'm not gay, you know what I'm saying? And he's someone who I respect, and I feel like he's gonna give me his unbiased, you know, he's not gonna sugarcoat the shit. He's gonna tell me his true opinion about whatever the video is. So and then so I wanted to we started discussing it, and we're talking about it, and he's saying a lot of things that I totally agree with, you know, and I feel like I want to be able to have these open dialogues on video with other people, even just because you can't be here, you know. We could have a discussion just to show people that it's healthy for you to, you know, there was nothing wrong with me. I sent him my video knowing that I'm saying that this about, you know, gay people. I wasn't like, you know, shitting on gay people or nothing like that. But I was saying something that some gay people might consider offensive, you know. They might consider it, you know, rude or disrespectful, or be like, whatever, she don't know what she's talking about. And so I came to him, you know, knowing that I was going to get some type of a feedback. It could be negative. I don't know what kind. But what my point is, that for people to understand that two people we're not arguing, you know what I'm saying? We're not fighting. We're not at each other's throats. He's not saying, oh, your opinion's stupid. I ain't tell him his opinion's stupid. I'm listening, reading what he has to say, which is like, I learned a lot in the last 5 minutes we were messaging on Messenger, you know? And I agree with him about some things where, okay, go ahead, Pat, where you were talking about the curiosity thing, how it starts, you know, when you're younger. That it starts about, you were saying it starts about when you were younger, and we're not experts, okay? We're just regular people that lived life, and these are our opinions and our words. So go ahead, Pat. So you were saying, because I want to touch on, because I agree about the curiosity, about the thing starts about age about 3 or 4. I agree with that. I totally agree with that, because I feel. Go ahead.
Yeah, for me, like I said before, like for me, it started when I was at least 7 years old. But that was, like I said, that was back in 1977. So that was years ago. Like I said, people change, time changes. You know, there's a whole lot more resources out there for people nowadays. Like when I grew up in the 70s and 80s, I didn't have a lot of resources to go on. Like I didn't have a lot of social support, like social groups. I didn't have people to talk about it, because it was such a taboo back in the 80s, 70s, and 80s. I couldn't talk about it. I get feared of getting beat up. harassed, which I did. I was harassed and beat up, actually,
Yeah.
because of my sexual orientation. But for me to try to recover and be able to express myself as a gay man, I wasn't allowed to do that. So, but the new millennium today has that opportunity, at least if they're experiencing it or they're just curious, they have those social outlets to go to, which I didn't have to. So it kind of helps maybe reduce the suicide.
Yeah.
It can potentially kind of help not to commit suicide, because it still happens today, but back in those days it was worse. It could have been worse because we didn't have those outlets.
Yeah, I think that, and it's crazy because I feel like a lot of those issues, to me personally, I feel like are societal issues, you know, with the people committing suicide and people bullying. Because let's just say, okay, one thing, now, like I said in my video, I don't want my kids, my personal opinion, my belief, I don't want my kids to be gay. That was not me. That's whoever does their own, that's your opinion. So that being said, I don't think that other people that are gay, if you are gay, I don't feel like you should be bullied or bullied in a sense and picked on or treated in a fucked up manner, basically, like he's saying, you know, people shouldn't be. And I don't feel like that for anybody. I don't feel like there's nothing that, unless you're like a child molester or, you know, a rapist, some sicko, you know, something like that. I don't think that anyone should get bullied or picked on or treated in I hate for people to be hurt, you know, directly hurt, like purposely be hurtful, you know. I don't agree that as human beings that's part of our natural, like that's inside, that what I believe is God that's inside of you tells you have a feeling when you see someone hurt, and it starts from when you're a baby. Babies do it. When you see someone crying and they look like they're in pain and they're hurt, you naturally feel bad and you want to help them and soothe them. And I think that's a natural human emotion that everybody really does have inside of us, you know. Some people a little stronger, some people a little less. But that being said, I don't feel like people should get bullied and picked on for being gay. And I think that part of that is a societal issue, because I feel that people are okay. It's like and this is where I say we're all products of our environment, and then we're all guilty also by association. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I feel like that goes together. So I always try to include myself. I say we and us because I know that I'm part of this society, you know, in a whole. I can't exclude myself from society because I'm in society. Does that make sense? Do you follow me on that?
Yeah. Like for me, like I went through a lot of peer pressure when I grew up, so it wasn't much of the social media. Like today, I think it could be a little worse in the social media, because a lot of those people in the social media are liars. They're liars. Sometimes they're con artists, and they exploit people's personal business.
Yes.
And I think it's sometimes the suicide from the LGBT community do at least attempt suicide or actually overcome suicide, because the social media is toxic nowadays.
Yep, I agree. I agree. Because the platform's there, you know, for you, and then you got everybody picking on you, right? And then you've got, they're screenshotting your picture, and they're sharing it, and they're posting it, and they're turning it into a meme, and everybody's laughing about it. And everybody's laughing about it because you know why? Everybody's guilty of it too. Because when you scroll down your newsfeed, if you've seen that picture, you're guilty by association. Am I incorrect? Do you follow me? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's in your newsfeed, you're part of it. You're a part of the problem. And that's why I say it's a societal thing. You know, as society, we need to come together. And it's also somewhat of a political thing too. But that's the agenda part of it that I talk about. That's the political part of it. But this part of it, like where people are killing themselves and shit like that, that's a societal thing. That's a disconnect between society, you know, too much separation, you know, and goes back to saying agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can disagree with something. I can disagree, that I could say that I don't believe that you should change your body to become a transgender person. But in the same sense, I'm not going to go treat a transgender. If a transgender person walks by me and smiles and says hi, I'm going to smile and say hi, because I'm a human being and they're a human being at the end of the day. Correct? You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to agree with somebody to give them respect of being a human being, you know? As long as they're not walking around shitting on you, you know, with the sign like, turn your little gay kid tranny, you know, like, I mean, come on, like, there has to be some connection there between people, you know what I'm saying? And there has to be some type of, what would I say, responsibility, you know, that we take, right? As people, maybe, you know?
And accountability, too.
And accountability, yeah. As people that live here on the world, you know, in society. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't agree that you should be, you know, doing a lot of things. But I don't think that we should be driving cars. But I'm sitting in a car and I put gas in my car and I drive it. Do you follow me? Guilty by association. And we're products of our environment, you know? And, yeah, there's other things that we could probably do. I could probably go live in the outbacks and, you know, live off the grid and not do, but why? There lies the disconnect, and that's basically saying that I would just give up on people, and I love people, you know. So
I love people too. I'm a person lover, you know. I'm always been a person lover, you know, genuine and nice. I mean, I have my faults back in the past.
Oh, yeah.
And my sins. We're not perfect, but I've got to say that I am a genuine person compared to a lot of people nowadays, even back in the old days when I was growing up.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I think that that's a lot of the problem. I think that a lot of the problem that in society, a lot of the problems with everything can all be brought back to being disconnected with each other and with the world and the fundamentals of everything, you know? And I think that we could all live in our differences too, you know? Like, we don't have to, like, I don't want to make everybody like me. Just because I give you my opinions and tell you what I believe and how I feel, my perspective, doesn't mean that I want you to be just like me and I want you to do exactly what I do. You know what I'm saying? I want you to see what I do and just see it and take it into account, you know? And just let me do what you know what I'm saying? Just let me do what I do. And if you can learn from something that I do, great. You know, if not, whatever. But I don't think that in society, I think we need to learn how to be able to exist together, but separately, you know, but we can't do that. We're not doing that, you know, on any level. Yeah. We're not doing that on any level. Not on a health-wise level, not on a race level, not on a sexual level, not on any level. We're not doing that. You know, we can't.
No, and on a micro level, you know, we get so absorbed in selfishness,
yes,
greed, being a narcissistic person, you know, like, oh, it's all about me. This is a fast-paced life, you know. We have fast food, restaurants.
We're lazy. Lazy.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm lazy.
So we lose ourselves too, and that's what begins is when we lose ourselves, to disconnect ourselves from this myself. That's when the disconnection from people in the outside world I'll lose, and that's why it's always so important to keep yourself intact, because if you don't, it's going to backfire.
Yes,
and
yes,
that's
yes.
when you need to focus on yourself first.
Self, yes, mental. I always say, ask anyone who knows me, mental therapy. You know what I'm saying? That's like the most paramount function today in society. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can find some way to find a place in your mental, you know, in your brain and everything inside of you to keep yourself a little bit kind of aware of yourself, you know? I think that to be aware of yourself, and this is what I always tell people when it comes to things like depression and feelings of anger and stuff like that. I am a firm believer that you do not need to dope yourself up on prescription medication because you are depressed. I don't believe that you need to go to a psychiatrist to tell you that you're depressed. Now, this is what people fail to realize. Sometimes you have a psychiatrist at your beck and call. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes maybe just reach out to somebody, and people are scared to be judged. And to be judged is something that's always going to happen to you in life, because that's just a part of life. And people who say, you know, I've never judged people, you have to make judgments. Now, it's not about the judging part. It's passing judgment that you don't want to do. When you pass judgment on people, that means you're passing on your judgments and your beliefs onto them. You know, that's your judgments, and you don't have to force that onto that person. You know what I'm saying? That's just your personal judgment. And there's nothing wrong with making judgments, because if you don't make judgments, you're not going to make it through life. You have to, you know.
Sometimes I'll pass on judgment when I'm not aware of it, and that's why I'm trying to think before I speak. I'm more self-conscientious now than I before, because I can still pass on judgment. I'm not even aware I'm passing on judgment, and I got to be careful, because I don't want to harm that person.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yes. Yeah. So I feel like, you know, go ahead.
And think about, you know, people, you know, talking about rushing into things, being a transgender. And that's why it took me a while to really figure out if I want to be a transgender woman. Because the consequences, if you go through the whole sex change, the whole operation, you have to really think about it and pray about it in your own way, that this is what you want to do, what